you just can't rely on a 9 to 5 anymore. You gotta post. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta start creating. Get the attention, build an audience, monetize the audience, and create a life for yourself, right? Create freedom. Ultimately, a 9 to 5 is gonna give you a false sense of security, okay? It gives you false freedom. It's not the way it used to be. In today's world, people getting laid off left and right, okay? I've been a victim of it in the past. You think you're solid and then the floor just falls out underneath you and you're just scratching and crawling to get back to where you were. And meanwhile, all along you had the mindset of growth and reaching your potential and going farther in life, right? Making more money, having more financial independence. And when all of that collapses around you, you can get very lost and it can really put you in a bad place. And I think the way to prevent that is to constantly be creating and building. While you're in your job, or if you're in a position where you're looking for a new job, do both simultaneously. Yes, it requires work. Yes, it requires effort and a schedule and planning and developing positive habits. And I know everyone's situation is different and some people don't have the time for that. Some people have families that require a lot of their attention and whatever the case may be, right? All I'm saying is despite those obstacles and struggles, this is what you have to strive for. Build your own income. And now it's easier than ever. It doesn't have to be a expensive startup with VC funding, and it doesn't have to be, some elaborate huge company. It can be a boring business, or it can be developing yourself as a content creator and then funneling that into a solopreneur venture, right? The two are one and the same. All right, you can create digital products or physical products if that's your thing, but digital is way easier to begin with and cheaper. The goal is to build attention for yourself based on your expertise, your skills, your experience, right? Your interests, and focusing on problems you solve for yourself to then help others solve those problems for themselves. And it's easier than you think. It's hard to get the attention. That's a whole nother game. And I'm even still working on that, obviously. My channel hasn't blown up. I'm nothing special. No one knows who I am. But I'm here and I'm creating and I'm putting myself out there. I'm showing up. And I feel like that's all you can do. As I go through this process of growing and hopefully grabbing people who are just like me, we grow together, right? I help you and you help me. And that's the online economy. That's the digital world. Ultimately, all I want to do is work remote, have freedom. I want to make money, of course, to afford that lifestyle, but just me and my wife traveling abroad, traveling locally, being where we want to be, and not stressing about our next meal, not stressing about rent, just being able to be okay and knowing that we have, agency over these decisions in this life and not someone controlling us and dictating when my next paycheck's going to come. I'm creating that income. That's it. That's really all you can do. That's, to me, doing your best in this life. And the first part of all this is that fear of posting. It's the fear of embarrassment. It's the fear of failure in public. It's human beings' number one fear, public speaking, right? More than death. Because we can't really comprehend death, but we can comprehend embarrassment, right? We can contemplate, we can visualize that, we can see it, public humiliation. And I am one of those people. I'm an introverted individual. I'm very quiet as it is, very private in my personal life. And the thought of being embarrassed publicly or doing public speaking is terrifying to me. Because I have fumbled in the past. I really have, over and over. In fact, in college, I was one of the people that took the special public speaking class. Yeah, there was a special class for people just like me who had a fear. It was taking people on a limited basis, and I was one of the students that got in. And I was honest about it because it's like, this is not my thing. Like, I'm terrified to do this. Ultimately, I got through it, and it is what it is. And of course, it's ironic that I'm making content now and putting myself out there. But that's the thing. Like, making content is not the same as public speaking. And embarrassing yourself online, as long as people don't care. So just put yourself out there, start posting, start getting eyeballs, start getting that attention, and just make sure that what you're doing is something you genuinely care about. Because this is your opportunity to do so, right? Now you have an opportunity to pave a path that it revolves around something you actually give a shit about. And this is what I would do, okay? If I'm starting from scratch, this is exactly what I would do. And I'm not, some hyper successful millionaire. I'm gonna be straight with you and put that out there right now. But I have had success in the past doing similar methods for things I've done. I am a former startup founder. I did switch my careers from the fitness industry, working with celebrities, into UX design and tech, and now this solopreneur route. and I did all that. I've had successes in compartments of my life. So I'm not this person that's just talking out my ass. I've seen what's worked for me and what's worked for other people that are very successful. So I just want to share that with you. And there is a strategy and a way to do this. I would start creating content on a social media platform that's best suited for your personality. If you just want to write, you don't want to show your face, it would be X, right? Or something like that. Or even you could do that on Instagram. Okay, TikTok's going away, so we won't include that right now. You got YouTube, okay, if you want to do video content. You want to show your face, I think YouTube's the best platform to do that. Pick an evergreen niche. Now, in terms of personal branding and authentic content, you are the niche, but you still want it to be encompassed within an evergreen area, which could be health, relationships, or money. Those are the big three, okay? And I think personal development kind of covers all of these, so growing as a person and learning within any one of those would work. But just let your message and your tone and how you express yourself be authentic to you and your experiences and what you've gone through within those niches. So start creating content, create a landing page for yourself. You can do this using a platform like Card. Okay, it's $19 for the year if you want pro features. It's free to get started. That highlights a product related to your niche, okay? To start, make it free. Create a free ebook using Canva, which you can also get away with on a free plan. Okay, if you want to do pro, I think it's like $20 a month or something, but you don't have to. You can start there, create an ebook, create some kind of simple program. It can be a lot of different things. It gets people involved and it gives you an email list, right? You can capture their emails from there and start writing them content as well if that's something you want to do. And that will allow you to promote your paid products later. You also have the option of promoting an affiliate product, but you got to find an affiliate program that really fits with your, what you're talking about and that pays out well. And I'll provide some options for that in the description. The ultimate goal is to create additional income streams using these methods and have it be as cost effective as possible. I think using the tools I just mentioned can help you do that and at least get started. Ultimately, your paid product could be something like, a course or even just offering coaching or some kind of online paid community. There's lots of different options. But starting with content and then offering that freebie, I think is the way to get going. Just brand yourself in a genuine manner that aligns with your true self. If you need help figuring that out, sometimes it's good to know your personality type just to get started. You can do that at 16personalities.com. I'm an INFJ, learned a lot about myself through that, and it helped me kind of orient, okay, what's the best environment for me, blah, 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 and it basically led me down the path of solopreneurship. And you can do the same. And so this is how you get started, okay? We can go into these things in more detail in the future, but this is what I've done, this is what you should do. Put yourself out there because you need to create your own stability now in this life. In this world, you have to, and you don't want to fall behind and become victim to something you can't control, because this you actually can't control. So get going, take action. All right, I hope this helps. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.